think the next question is, do I need to lose weight to find somebody who love me?
Yeah.
So we just said, don't feel like you have to lose weight just to find somebody who loves you. You need to find somebody who loves you for you. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Rock your body, baby. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Find somebody who's gonna rock with you. With your body.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a special guest with me here today, Mr. Terry Clay, aka Bay, aka Juice to some, mostly me.
What?
I said Juice to some, but mostly me, because that's my nickname for you. But some other people know you as Juice.
The juice is loose. What's up?
Yikes. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen little peeks of Terry here and there on my Instagram stories. He's kind of cute, so I like to show him off a little bit. But today is our 1-year anniversary, and we thought that we would jump on here and do a little Q&A about how we met, the obstacles we faced since we weren't always actually in the same state dating, and things about dating as a plus-size woman. Because a couple weeks ago, I posted a video of Terry writing a blog post for me because I was too tired, and I got a lot of disheartening messages about women thinking that they don't deserve a partner who supports them, or they don't deserve someone who loves them because they're plus size and they feel like they have to lose weight in order to be loved, which is just totally incorrect. So we wanted to jump on here, demystify those rumors, and also just share a little bit about us.
Ice water turn Atlantic, night calling.
We have a list of questions here from my Instagram followers that you guys asked us. Starting off, I want everyone to know a little bit more about you since they know about me. What is there to know about Terry?
Well, I grew up in Tennessee. I lived there for 17 years of my life, and then we moved to Fredericksburg, Virginia. For 5 years I lived there. I went to college in Virginia. After I graduated in 2017, I was working in Virginia, but I wasn't really happy, so I decided to get out of the DC, Virginia area, and I had choices between Atlanta, California, and Chicago, and then I met Natalie, and so boom, I ended up in Chicago. So
that leads us into how we met. How did we meet?
How did we meet? I don't even for real. I don't know. She just kind of popped up and I was here and boom.
That's not how things happened. Tell them how it actually happened.
So how we met on Instagram. I slid in her DMs. Quick story, you know, I just slid in them DMs and we ended up talking and now we here. Yeah. You know? That's the quick version of how we met. My
version of how we met was that he slid into my DMs. He said that he really liked what I was doing and it was really sweet. And we were just kind of talking casually for the next month or so. And then before you know it, we started FaceTiming and he was the first person to wish me a happy birthday. December 2nd at like 11:59. And
I was in.
He FaceTimed me and it was our first time FaceTiming, and I think like after that things just got more serious really quickly. I was living in Virginia and so I didn't really think anything was gonna come of it. I was just like, well, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
You know, that's what's right.
And then next thing you know, he bought a plane ticket and in January we decided to be together.
Yeah.
With how many miles apart?
About 830 I think it is.
Yeah.
830 miles. Oh, plenty of time.
So I touched on this a little bit, but another question was, how did we actually get into a relationship being that we lived so far away? I'm not putting that in there. No, okay.
Alright, let's go. Like she said, I bought that plane ticket and I was here and I knew that once I got here that I wanted her to be my girlfriend. So it was a Friday, I think. I asked her to be my girlfriend.
And when he asked me, I was like, I mean, I knew that I wanted to be with him, but there was also that question of like, we're far away, so how are we gonna make this work?
We're gonna make it, we can work it out.
That's what he said. He was like, we're gonna make this work, and I was like, we can't be in a long distance relationship forever because I don't want to do that and I don't want to move to Virginia, DC area. So he was like, give me 6 months and I'll be here. I was like, all right. Like I think we were both on the couch like shedding little thug tears.
Gangsta tears.
We were just like so happy to meet each other and like just so like already kind of in love, I feel like.
Yeah, just before I got already had a new car. Next question.
Let's share an update as to where we are now in our relationship.
So it's been a year of it's been a good time. I've been in Chicago now. That's kind of crazy. I didn't really expect that. And yeah,
You didn't really expect it, even though you told me.
Well, I mean, if you would have asked me a year ago, not even a year ago, before we met, would I be living in Chicago in 2018, 2019? I would be like, why would I be in Chicago? So that's kind of unexpected to be here. But I'm glad I came. I got babe by my side. And I love her.
Yeah, and so we did.
And we like straight up.
We like straight up what?
We're happy.
Yeah, we're super happy. And what? You did that to yourself. Anyways, we did long distance for about 8 months. I think you moved here October 1st. And that was really hard. We'll answer some more questions about being long distance and how we made that work deeper into this video. Yeah, we're here now, we're together. It's super crazy and we love it and we're so happy, and he's just like my favorite person on the planet.
That's my chair. You get your own.
I mean, I low-key do have some
Alright, next question.
Next question. Who took the first step to get to know each other?
Okay, so I took the first step. I don't think we got into detail. So I was scrolling on the gram and I saw her picture and I was like, oh, I gotta get in there. So I slid in the DMs and I forget what I said, but I like she said, I said something about how I appreciate what she was doing. Cause like she was a blogger and she was doing fashion and everything, but she wasn't like half naked all the time. So I was like, I like that. That's different than what I'm used to. So, well, what I'm used to seeing on Instagram. And so I slid in her DMs and we started talking after that, but let the world be known. Your boy took the first step.
He did. What are you gonna ask some questions?
Bro, let me get the question in. Shit, what's up? Okay, you guys were long distance. Are you still? Question mark. So we were long distance for about eight months. You said, was it 6, 7, 8, 6 to 8 months, somewhere around there. From January to October, we were long distance.
Yep.
Figure it out. But no, we are not. I moved here October 1st, 2018, and I am here now to stay for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
All right. Rest of that question.
Wait. No.
It was a second part to it.
I know, you just.
What advice do you have for long distance relationships?
So my advice is communication is absolutely key. It's key in every relationship, but when you guys are long distance, you don't have that physical interaction that most people do, or at least you just don't get it as often. So you don't have like the other person right in your face. But communication for me is super key, and we would talk all the time. Like, people would be so annoyed by it, but we would be texting, and if we weren't texting, we'd be FaceTiming. We FaceTime at least like 3 times a day. I think today, like, technology is so great and it can actually make your relationship stronger. So
yeah,
thanks Apple, thanks FaceTime.
Appreciate you. Other than that, Apple sucks.
Oh.
AirDrop is cool too.
I like AirDrop too.
To my Mac and stuff. Anyway, advice for long distance would be a big thing. Like you said, that's the top, is communication. Second thing for me would be to trust the other person that you're with, because if you're in a long distance relationship, I can't see what she was doing after she got off work. If I text her and she didn't answer, or if I FaceTime she didn't pick up, I didn't know what was going on. Maybe she went out with her friends on a Saturday night and I was texting, she wasn't. You gotta be able to trust the other person that they're going to be loyal. And
not everyone is worthy of trust. Like, you think that you meet someone and you have to trust them, even if like everything inside you is telling you not to trust them, then you shouldn't trust them. It's important that you find someone you can trust. And if you deep down inside cannot trust someone, it's probably for a reason. So, yeah. What was your first impression of each other?
My first impression of you was, I think it was the picture where you were probably no, you weren't in here because it was like bookcases in the back. But you had on like a skirt and a black shirt, and I was like, damn, wow.
It was a great picture.
I was scrolling and I stopped. I said, oh, that is you, and I was like, I like that. Yeah, she was delicious. You could say beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding, freaking A for
effort.
Effort. Is that right?
No, it's E for effort.
Damn, bro.
What is that? That doesn't make any sense.
A for effort.
A for effort.
But that ain't actually no effort though. Bro.
No, I think you get an A for effort.
Oh.
Like, you put in the time, so you get an A.
Alright, we gotta talk about it.
My first impression of you was that you were just gorgeous. Like, I thought you were a lot older than you looked. I thought he was like at least 35.
Poll, how old am I? Seen it in the results, DM, Natalie, whatever, comment on the video, do your thing. How old is Terry?
Yeah. I thought he was 35. I just thought you were so cute. Like, I knew he was tall, and oh, I was just...
You alright?
Yeah.
Okay. How to start dating after a long hiatus. Before we did this, I didn't know what that meant. I thought that was, I would have been like long Hades. Hades? What? You in Hades? Anyway, how to start dating after a long hiatus, or getting out of a... What's the O in that joint? Or getting out of...
These are, I literally just copied these questions from my DM, so.
Oh, so whoever did this question, I'm not roasting or anything. I thought she did this. How to start dating after a long hiatus or getting out of a relationship. I'm on a dating app, I'm on a dating app, but I'm not a fan. So I would say if you're just getting out of, you're not getting out of a long dating. I can talk, I swear to God, I can talk. Okay, you should figure out what makes you happy. Just for you, not for somebody else. So, because once you figure out all you need to know about you, then you can go and try to be with somebody else. You can give that to somebody else, and you guys can be together. If you're trying to find happiness in somebody else, that's where you're messing up, because then you're just gonna be totally dependent on the other person. So you gotta be your own person. Like, she was a bad bitch, independent by herself before I met her, so she didn't need me to come in and fix her or try to make her happy or anything like that. I mean, I make her happy and I do all those things just because I love her and we're good together. But if I wasn't here, she would be still bad bitch, independent, happy, living her best life. So as far as the dating apps go, they can be good if you use them right. You're gonna meet people that just want a one night stand, but don't let that discourage you from meeting new people. Yeah. There's about, what, 3 million men in the world. 3 billion. No.
Honestly, this video is gonna make us look so dumb.
It be like that sometimes. Anyway, it's a lot. I think it's either 3 billion or 3 trillion. I can't remember.
There's a lot of fucking men.
Yeah, there's a lot of men. Basically, is what I'm saying.
And women. There's a lot of women.
It's a lot of different options. You got a lot. Ain't the dating app called Fish in the Sea or something like that?
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish. Anyway.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't know. I might be on that joint. Psych, nah. Anyway.
What?
I don't know.
You are so questionable right now.
I didn't be like that.
I'm gonna beat that ass.
I end up in the dish, y'all. Pull this video back up, please. See if I can't beat my ass.
It's not true.
She's strong as hell on the low. I'm just playing. She's weak.
What? I can squat you.
Because I'm like 170 pounds.
We should definitely demonstrate the squat.
Look it up.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Anyway.
My personal take, like I said, I was out of a relationship for about 8 months before I met Terry. I think it just depends on if you're personally ready. Part of me, when I got in my relationship, I was excited to be single, I was excited to be out there, but I also wanted to take time for myself. And so I never got on the dating apps. I think for women, a lot of times we doubt ourselves, or we've been told that we're too much, we're hard to love, we're too emotional, our expectations are too unrealistic. And I think you have been proof that, I mean, like, you're the first guy who's given me everything I've ever wanted and has never called me too much for it. I think we need to get out of that mindset that we're too much and that we ask too much, and you just need to find someone who's on your same wavelength and take as long as you want. I'm a huge fan of dating yourself and realizing that a lot of the things you look for in a significant other, a partner, a man, a woman, you can give to yourself. And that's sort of what I did during my dating hiatus before I met Terry. Next question! So we have a lot of questions like these. What's it like dating a plus-size woman? Are there pros and cons? And this comes from a plus-size woman herself.
I'm not going to get into anything as far as pros and cons of dating plus-size women specifically. That's kind of, I don't want to put a stigma in anybody's head about that.
And it's different for each person, based on your preference, you know?
I think a big thing that works for us is that I accept her for her. I didn't come into a relationship trying to change her in any way. I love her body for her. And I think that's a huge plus for us, is that we can be each other and be comfortable around each other when we're not trying to tiptoe around she's not trying to tiptoe around her body. She's not trying to hide it from me or anything like that.
Yeah, and this is a really hard question to answer just because people are different. Like, some people like plus size bodies, other people don't, and like you can't really knock anyone for that. That's their preference. I think as a plus size woman, you need to stop worrying about your body so much when you're dating, because, you know, if someone likes you, they're not just, I mean, like, they like you. Like, you need to stop questioning whether they do like you or whether they're thinking about your body or criticizing your body or anything like that. I think you just need to go forth very confidently and just be yourself, embrace your body, and know that if someone likes you, they like you for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. The next question says, if a person told you that you would find someone if you lost weight, what would you say? Fuck them.
Yeah, just like she just said about the last question, if you feel like you gotta lose weight to find a man, then that doesn't have anything to do with finding a man. Like, that's not what you need to be trying to do, is to impress other people with you don't want to lose weight for that reason. You want to find somebody that's going to love you for you. As long as you're happy, if you like your body the way it is, then by all means, just be the way you are. You just got to find somebody else who loves your body just as much as you do. Don't try to change your body for somebody else, because in the end of the day, you might find somebody, but then you're not happy truly. So definitely don't worry about, take the weight part out of it when you're looking for somebody. That goes for men and women. Just be you, love you, and then go find that person who loves you as well.
Yeah, and you need to love yourself before anyone else can love you. That is, like, RuPaul says it, but I mean, that's so true, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to project your insecurities onto your partner, and your self-love journey is you're not just going to reach a point where you're like, I love myself and it's done, I don't have to work anymore at it. Like, you will have to work at it forever, but you need to find a partner who's supportive. And if you find someone who criticizes your body or makes you feel bad about yourself, you need to leave that person immediately. As women, we already endure so much feedback about our bodies, about beauty, everything else from the media and from outside influences, that we do not need our partner at home who's supposed to be our safe place, knocking us every time we're down or making us feel insecure, when really you're just supposed to love yourself. If you have a partner who knocks you down, you should confront them and say, like, it really hurts me when you say these things. And if they respond with fire and conflict and they make you feel bad about feeling that way, then that's not the person you need to be with.
I think the next question is, do I need to lose weight to find somebody who loves me?
Yeah, no.
So we just said, no, don't feel like you have to lose weight just to find somebody who loves you. You need to find somebody who loves you for you. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Rock your body, baby. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do and find somebody who's gonna rock with you, with your body.
And if you want to lose weight, lose weight.
Do it for the right reasons.
Do it for the right reasons. You know, don't do it because you feel like you need to find a man or a woman or whatever.
Because that's gonna drive you crazy.
It's gonna drive you crazy, and even when you lose that weight, you will still have that feeling of like, I'm not good enough, because you haven't addressed the real problem. And if you don't address that, then that's gonna follow you, whether you're fat, skinny, whatever. It's gonna follow you. Well, next question is, what is it like being in a mixed weight relationship / having different body types? So you know what this, like, mixed weight means? Okay. Obviously, I'm short and fat, and Terry is tall and skinny. I'm 5'2" and you're 6'2", so he's a foot taller than me. So I always tell people, like, together we look like a division sign without the other dot. Like, I'm just like this little, like, round thing, and then tall and skinny.
Anyway, it's just another relationship to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like her body. I like her to be short. I don't want somebody who's as tall as me. That's kind of.
No, we're not gonna say all that.
It's like, I like getting I gotta get all the stuff on the top shelves because she's short. I think that's cute. So, you know.
He really does, and then he'll put stuff up there and hide it from me.
Yeah.
Like the snacks.
You know, snacks, bro.
I think this is, like, really my first kind of truly mixed weight relationship where, like, our body types are so different from each other. At first, you know, not going to lie, even though I'm a confident person, I still struggle, and I questioned, you know, like, well, what is someone like this? Like, when I first met you, you were going to the gym like twice a day, and I was going to the gym like once a week, and I was like, what does someone like this see in me? Like, why would they want a fat person? And, like, those are just thoughts that, like, those are just thoughts that have plagued me my entire life. And those don't ever, like, really happen much anymore, because, like, I know and can see that he, like, loves me for me. But it forces you to also see, because, like, my best friends are skinny, And so I see, you know, that they still have insecurities from time to time, and I see that sometimes he has insecurities about his own body, when as a fat person, you know, growing up, all I ever wanted to be was skinny. And so I never really thought that skinny people had insecurities, but it sort of allowed me to see that, you know, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what shape or size you are, everyone has insecurities, and that just kind of makes it easier to just deal with my own from time to time. So being in a mixed weight relationship is, it's interesting because we both learn so much about each other, and I love that we're different.
The division sign without the other dot.
I love that! Don't you love that? It's like, we're like the number 10.
Yeah, I think I said that.
We're like the number 10.
How do you always keep so positive? Sometimes I'm so hard on myself for my body image.
So building confidence is difficult, and it's something that I work at every single day. I think you do too, right? Like there were times where you struggled with confidence.
I think that's a daily thing.
Yeah.
It's you just gotta keep just telling yourself that you the shit. I mean, basically, just keep doing it every day. Just because you might be the most confident, we might come off as the most confident person ever, but those are some of the people who are really just self-motivated, and they just keep themselves up by themselves. They wake up in the morning and they just like, yo, I got this.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
That's so true. And I think one way that I've built confidence, and I've created a guide for a lot of my followers on how to build confidence, is through positive affirmations. So I'll include a link to downloading that guide for you guys in the description, but essentially you can go to beyourowngoals.com, and I created a positive affirmations workbook and a guide to help you guys build your own list of positive affirmations. These are things I say to myself every day before I leave the house, or when I'm feeling, you know, doubtful in myself, and they sort of help me tell my own narrative and set my own story, so that way I'm in control of how I feel.
What advice do you have for people who want a relationship but are having a hard time finding someone to be with? Don't let one bad experience discourage you from meeting somebody else. You're going to meet many people. Not everybody meets one person and they're like, oh, that was the one. I knew, we got married, we were married for 100 years. That doesn't really happen often. So just keep experiencing more and more, go on more dates. And I mean, eventually you'll find that one person, but like I said, don't get discouraged because you have one bad experience, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10. I mean, that 11th person might be that one, so just keep going, just keep pushing.
Also, I meet a lot of people who are so eager to be in a relationship, like they're serial monogamous, and that's fine, but you need to find comfort in the discomfort of being alone. Because when you find yourself truly happy alone, I think like that's just when you're your best self. Because of course having someone can add to your life and it could make everything better, but I think people need to truly just find comfort in being alone. And when you find that comfort, that's when you're truly happy, and you allow yourself and open yourself up to the wonderful people who could enter your life like that. So don't rush the process. It doesn't matter what age you are or where you're at in your life. Just don't rush the process. Just enjoy where you are in this present moment. We really get a small amount of time to be by ourselves, and I think that process and that time is truly a beautiful one that people just take for granted.
When you're alone and you're single, if you're just doing you and just living your best life, that person will come along and you won't even expect it. Like I was single before I met Natalie, and I was loving it. There's nothing wrong. I like being single. Well, I liked being single when I was single. There's nothing wrong with it. But
it's like, what you mean?
Like, I see myself as somebody who's strong and independent, and I see her as the same way. And you just kind of find that person.
Last question. What is your favorite thing about each other?
Favorite thing about you is probably when you be in the house chilling, and you got on your like shorts and your little t-shirts, and you be chilling on the bed, and like you be looking like a little kid, a little baby, like she look like a little Teletubby and shit. You be just being cute as hell, I don't know, all the time. Like when she not taking Instagram pictures and stuff, and she's at the house chilling, like she's like the cutest little, I don't know, little nugget. Everything you do is like like if you had a hidden camera and you saw how she operated around the house, you would be like, what the fuck? It's just so cute.
I am weird.
It's weird and cute, but I love it. I love that she's so comfortable around me that I can see that part of her, because that just draws us, brings us closer, this connection. Yeah.
And my favorite thing about you would have to just be just the way you carry yourself. Like, you are so confident, and when I see you like look in the mirror, when I see you put on a really great outfit, like I can just see your confidence, and that inspires me, and it just makes me feel like, wow, like to be standing next to this person, I have to come with that same energy. And your energy is just always good, you're always happy, you're always upbeat, and I just like, to be around you is just like truly, it enhances me, and I love that. I mean, I love like a million things about you, from like your little, like you two are quirky and you are funny when we're just alone in the house, and you're always goofing around, which is funny. What? Oh, damn!
What happened? Self-love. Love yourself for you. If you fat, you be fat and love being fat. If you skinny, be skinny, love being skinny. If you in between, be in between and love being in between. You know, it's just, you just gotta find, you just gotta love you for you.
You should know that you are worthy of love, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what shape or size your body is. This is something that is fed to us, that we aren't worthy, that we never will be worthy, and that we have to work up to this unrealistic standard of beauty or definition of, you know, what's attractive. And you deserve love at any phase in your life, but you need to love yourself first, and it starts with you. And yeah,
that sounds like the end of I don't know, like a motivational video. You deserve love, and it starts with you.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Like, fade out.
Yeah. Wait, I missed a question.
Alright, what's up?
It says, so Terry is my homie from school. Why is he trash at 2K?
Bro.
To be continued, I guess.
See me with the sticks, bro.
See you with the stick.
See me with the sticks, bro.
What does that even mean?
The sticks?
Oh, the controller?
Fucking bad. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, in a suburb in Bartlett, which is about 30 minutes outside of Tennessee. I grew up there. I lived there for 17 years of my life.
Outside of Memphis. You said Tennessee.
Oh, damn. Grew up outside of Tennessee.
You grew up inside Tennessee and then outside Tennessee?
In the river, like shit, you know, I just tried to
Shit was crazy.
You were jail. I thought you were the D, I know.
Okay.
You the one. I want roofs.
Roofs?
Roofs. You tell my dog, Roof.
Roof. I got on a relationship about 8 months prior.
The first time hearing of this.
First of all, I didn't know moccasins had shoelaces.
Bro, I don't even know what these are. I got these from Old Navy. They comfy though.
Wait. What's the point of tying a moccasin?
It came on. It was loose. Can we get back to the video, please? Oh my man. What's the dude's name who was on the moon? Armstrong. Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
He was on the moon. I was in the DMs.
If we're wrong, don't come for us.
What?
Elementary school was a long time ago. I'm just saying, if we're wrong, it is Lance Armstrong.
Fucking bro, feel like that sometimes.
Anyways, both have college degrees here. Both of us. Like, I mean, I get DMs all the time. Like, I have 99 plus other messages that I filter through on like a...
Kill these motherfuckers.
I know.